Hey, what's up everybody? Clifton here, Clifton WP. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, you're going to learn how to do a really cool effect called a site footer reveal on scroll with your Kadence website. Now you can do this whether you're using the default version of the Kadence theme or if you're using a custom Kadence theme that you built, or even if you're using a starter template. It doesn't matter, as long as it's Kadence, you'll be able to do this really cool effect. So if you are ready to learn how to do a site footer reveal on scroll in your Kadence theme, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at an example of what we mean when we say you have a site footer reveal on your website. So what you're looking at here is a Kadence website, or a website that's built on Kadence. This is actually one of Kadence's starter templates. And if you scroll down to the footer of this site, you're going to encounter the normal behavior of a footer. So over here is the footer area, and you see how it comes into the viewport at the same time as the rest of the page. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you what the site footer reveal looks like. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and watch what happens when we get towards the bottom here. Okay, we can see that the footer is being revealed even though we're still scrolling down on the page. The footer here is static and in place, almost having the illusion like it's behind the website and it's being revealed on scroll. Okay, it's just a really neat, very cool effect to have. And this is actually really simple to do in Kadence. So let's go ahead and get this done so that you can be able to do it on your own website. And it doesn't matter which Kadence website you're using, whether you build a custom one using the default theme or you're using a starter template, this will work across the board. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this step by step. What you're looking at here is a fresh install of WordPress with the default 2025 theme. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and install the Kadence theme and then install Kadence blocks. To do that, we're going to navigate over here to the admin toolbar, over the name of the site, click on dashboard, and then from here we're going to go to appearance and themes. We're going to click on add theme, and from here you can do a search for Kadence, and you'll see the Kadence theme here. Click on install and activate. Okay, so now we have the Kadence theme installed. Next, let's go ahead and install Kadence blocks. To do that, we're going to navigate over here to the side menu, over plugins, click on add plugin. And then from here, we're going to do a search for Kadence blocks. You'll see the Kadence blocks over here. Click on install now and activate. Okay, so now we have the Kadence theme installed. We have Kadence blocks installed. Now, when you do that, you'll see over here, there is a notice that says, get started with an AI powered website, install AI starter templates. We'll actually want to go ahead and install the starter templates from Kadence. So to do that, you can go ahead and click on the button here. If for whatever reason you don't see this notice, just click on add plugin, and then from here you can type Kadence starter and you'll see the Kadence starter templates over here as well. Let's go ahead and click on install now and activate. Okay, so now we have our starter templates installed. Let's go ahead and install a starter template. So from here I'm going to click on view template library. You can also come over here to where it says site assist, and you can click on starter templates here as well. It'll take you to the same place. All right, and from here, what we want are the pre-designed templates. Let's go ahead and click here. All right, so here are all the Kadence starter templates, both the premium and free ones. Okay, let's go ahead and just filter this down to the free. This way everyone can participate. And then we'll scroll down, and what we're looking for is the travel free theme called Yosemite. That's this one right here. Let's go ahead and click on it. Click on next. Click on next, and then we'll click on finish and launch. Start import. Okay, our site's now ready. Let's go ahead and click on see my site, and you'll see the website here. Okay, and if we scroll down, we can see that it's just in its natural state. The footer doesn't have that revealed effect just yet. Next, let's go ahead and add the effect. So in order for us to create the site footer reveal effect in our site, we're going to need to enlist the help of a small snippet of CSS. Now, if you don't know what CSS is, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and this is essentially the code that is used to style your website. So whenever you see a color, a positioning of a background or shadow or any kind of design element on your site that's actually being implemented with CSS. Okay, now in WordPress, you can add additional CSS to your site by going to the customizer and then going to additional CSS and then adding your CSS here, which will be reflected onto your site or onto the page. Okay, now the code that we need for our effect is actually in the description below, so feel free to copy that, and if you paste that code in this box here, it will instantly create that site footer reveal effect for you in your Kadence theme, as long as you're using Kadence. We're going to go ahead and add the code here now. I'm going to do it line by line, and what I want to do is I just want to explain each component of it to you so you have a good understanding of it. You don't need to master CSS to be able to do this, but a small understanding of it would be very helpful if you want to implement these types of effects on your website in the future. Okay, so first, let's just go ahead and close this out. I'm going to go ahead and publish this and just close this out. And what I want to talk about is, how do you know where to place CSS and what to target? Well, for this specific effect, we really want to target two things in Kadence, and this is present in every Kadence theme. We want to target the main content area of our site, and we want to target the footer. And to see the selectors that we need to target, the best tool to be able to do that is to use the Chrome Developer tool. It's available to you if you're using Chrome, and all you would need to do is just right-click anywhere on the page. You'll see this menu here. Click on Inspect, and it will open up the Chrome Developer tool. Now, in my case, the tool is docked to the bottom of my screen, but for some of you, it may actually be docked to the side. So it may look like this, where it's on the side like this. All right. If you don't like it like this, if you want it to match what I have, just click on the vertical ellipsis here and then select the dock side option, and it will dock it to the bottom of the screen. I prefer it this way. Now, when you open up the Chrome Developer tool, on the left-hand side, you're going to see all the HTML that makes up this page. And on the right-hand side, in the right box here, you'll see all the CSS for any elements that you've selected on the page. So for instance, if I click on my selector icon here, and I go ahead and hover over an element, I can see the CSS for it there on the right hand side, right? So it's the CSS, and I can see the HTML that controls this particular element. Okay, and the thing that we're looking for are the selectors. So what is a selector? Well, a selector is just basically a title or an assignment that's given to an element. So for instance, see over here where it says H2. So H2 in this case is the selector for all the H2 titles on this site. And then a specific class, which is this here, this class, will help me target specifically this specific H2 tag. Okay. All right. So I can use any one of these selectors, give them attributes, and control the styling of them. So if I select this H2 tag here, so if I just click here and I move over to the right, I can see what the CSS that's been applied to it is here, right? So here's the H2, here's all the CSS instruction or declarations that have been applied to it, okay? So knowing that, what we need basically is the selector for the main content area of our site, right? For the body of our site, and we need the selector for the footer. To find that, I'm gonna go ahead and just right-click, click on Inspect, and I'm going to scroll down to what I'm looking for first. So I want to find for the footer. To do that, just click on this selector icon here, hover over the footer, click on it, and it's immediately going to identify any classes or IDs that control that area. Okay, so I can see here that it's this div class of site footer row container inner. This will be the selector that I'm looking for. However, I don't really want this one. I want the entire footer, because notice this only is targeting this area right here. Okay, so if I move this up a little bit, I can see here where it says footer ID that the selector for the entire footer is the footer. Okay, or I could also use the colophon ID here, but I'd rather just use the HTML tag of footer. Okay, so now I know it's going to be footer, and if I look over here to the right, I can see the tag. It's footer. All right, great. Next, I need to target everything else above the footer, okay? And in Kadence, that's going to be the inner wrap. You can see the comment here that ends the inner wrap component. And if I just scroll up just a tad bit here, right here, I can see the actual ID of inner wrap. Okay, that's it right there. So I can target the inner wrap and I can target the footer. And these are the two selectors that I would need to apply my CSS to. So let's go ahead and close this out. Now that I have that, I'm going to go back to the customizer. So just click on customize in the admin toolbar. And then let's go ahead and click on the additional CSS field box. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this so I have the full thing. All right, now let's go ahead and start doing our targeting. So I'm going to click here. Now remember, the inner wrap is an ID, and to go ahead and target an ID with CSS code, we need to type the hashtag and then the name of that ID, which is inner-wrap. Okay, and you'll find this in every Kadence theme. This is why this code will work no matter what Kadence theme you're using, whether it's a custom, starter template, or the default. All right, so now we've targeted the inner wrap. Now to make sure that I've targeted it correctly, what I like to do sometimes is just like to give it an instruction to see what happens. So let's go ahead and type in an instruction. And in this case, we'll just say display, and we'll say none. So notice when I did that, the entire body of the website is now disappeared. Okay, so all we have now is the header and the footer, but the main content area is gone. So now I know I'm targeting the right thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete that because that is not what we want. Okay, and then from here I'm going to add the second selector, which is going to be the footer. And in this case, this is just a straight HTML tag. So it's just type the words footer there, open curly brackets, close curly brackets, and now we're ready to go ahead and add our declarations in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So for the inner wrap, what I want to add here is I want to add a background, and I'm going to add a background of white. The hex code for white is 6Fs, and we always end everything here with a semicolon. Okay, so now we've told the background to be white. This way, when we're scrolling up and down, the footer doesn't appear through the content area. The next thing that I want to do is I want to target the positioning of this inner wrap. So I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm going to type position, and the value I want to give this position is relative. What this is going to do is it's going to allow me to use a Z index to stack the inner wrap, the content area, over the footer. I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm now going to type Z index. And what this is going to do is it's going to tell the page, hey, I want that inner wrap to have precedence over the footer so that when you're scrolling, you're going to scroll over the footer, not under it. And to do that, I'm going to give it a Z index of 1. And that's enough code for now for our inner wrap. Next, we need to take care of the footer. Okay, so the footer is actually going to have its own position value. So we'll say position, and in this case, we want to say we want this to be sticky. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to give it a similar attribute as relative, except it's basically going to push that footer up underneath the inner wrap. Okay, so it's going to be underneath the inner wrap, but when it comes into the viewport, it's going to become sticky, meaning it's not going to move around. And then next thing I need to do is I need to actually give it an actual position. So because I've declared position as sticky, I'm going to hit the enter key, and I'm going to type a new property, bottom, and we're going to give this a value of 0. And what that means is I want you to be sticky to the bottom once you come into the viewport. So once you can be seen, I want you to stick to the bottom, stay in place, and allow the inner wrap to flow over you. Okay? All right. So now that we've done this, let's actually see what's happened. So if I start scrolling now, and let's scroll all the way down to the footer area, notice how the footer is now sticky in place, rooted to the bottom of the viewport, and the inner wrap, or the main content area of our site, is able to actually slide over it and create this effect of revealing the footer as the user continues to scroll downwards. Okay. Now to give this a much more dynamic design effect, let's go ahead and add a small shadow underneath this so that it becomes even more prominent and more obvious that the footer is being revealed on scroll. Okay. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to my inner wrap, click right after the background, hit the enter key, and we're going to give it a new property called box shadow. All right, and we're going to start with the x-axis, which is going to be a 0. Our y-axis is going to be, let's make this 30 pixels, and then we'll give it a blur of 60 pixels, and then we have to give it a color so we can actually see it. So we'll do a hashtag, and we'll give it a dark color. So let's go with 121212. Add our semicolon, and you can see here now we now have a nice little shadow under here. Okay, if you want to lighten this up, you can just go ahead and increase the numbers here from maybe 2. You can go ahead and go to 3 if you want, and that will lighten that up a little bit for you. Okay, and so now it's actually obvious. You can actually see that shadow effect as the footer is being revealed. All right, so now you should have the same exact code that we have in the description below. This is the explanation for that code and why we're using that code to be able to create this effect. Let's go ahead and click on Publish to be able to save the code here in our additional CSS. We'll close the customizer. And now when we look at the site, we now have this really cool footer reveal effect. Okay. And let's see how it looks on other pages, right? Because these pages might be different. So let's go to the facilities page. All right, if we scroll down, you can see here, okay, we don't have that same sponsor banner. So now you can see that it still applies the same reveal. And the shadow is even more subtle now, which gives it a much more cooler effect as well. Okay. And that is how you apply the site footer reveal effect to your website using a tiny piece of CSS code, which you can find in the description below. And with that, that will conclude this tutorial on how to add the site footer reveal effect to your Kadence website. And remember, just copy that snippet, paste it into any site that is built with Kadence, and you will instantly have that effect on your site. I want to say thank you very much for watching the tutorial, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please go ahead and smash that like button and share this with your friends. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and please remember to subscribe to the channel, especially if you like detailed tutorials on WordPress and Kadence like this one. And if you're already subscribed and supporting the channel, thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.